Good morning, everyone. My name is Angela Di Paulino, and for today, I'm glad to present to you my informative speech about COVID-19 pandemic. As you may know, we are on the verge of COVID-19 pandemic. This has created a global health crisis that has had a deep impact on the way we perceive our world and our everyday lives. The difficulty in adjusting to new normal has affected our plans and how we plan to continue living. With this pandemic, people became more threatened. If you are one in a million individual who haven't heard about COVID-19 pandemic yet, COVID-19 pandemic is also known as coronavirus disease 2019. Formerly, it was referred to as 2019 novel coronavirus or 2019 nCoV. The COVID-19 virus is a new virus linked to the same family of viruses such as severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS and some types of common cold. The first known infections from SARS-CoV-2 were discovered in Wuhan, China. The original source of viral transmission to humans remain unclear, as thus whether the virus became pathogenic before or after the spillover event. So, as what I have mentioned earlier, because of this pandemic, people became more threatened. We people, we are not only economically threatened but also emotionally and psychologically affected or threatened. Many people became stressed due to fear of being infected with these viruses. They tend to overthink, which affects not only their emotions and minds but also how they deal with their current lives. So, World Health Organization says that COVID-19 affects people in different ways. Most infected people develop mild to moderate illness and recover without hospitalization. They also release the most and less common symptoms of COVID-19 to educate people and to help them distinguish whether an individual is positive or not. So, we have here the list of most common symptoms: fever, cough, tiredness, and loss of taste or smell, while the less common symptoms are sore throat, headache, aches and pains, diarrhea, a rash of skin or discolorization of fingers or toes, red or irritated eyes. How it spreads. This virus can spread from an infected person's mouth or nose in small liquid particles when they cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe. These particles range from larger respiratory droplets to smaller aerosols. You can be infected by breathing in the virus if you are near someone who has COVID-19 or by touching a contaminated surface and then your eyes, nose, or mouth. The virus spreads more easily indoors and in crowded settings. That is why World Health Organization have released a safety protocols so that we can lessen the number of people who are positive in COVID-19 pandemic. So, how do I prevent the spread of COVID-19? So, DOH advises the public to practice protective measures. So, aside from the safety protocols, we can have these measures. It is still the best way to protect oneself against the COVID-19. So, first is practice frequent and proper hand washing. Wash hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer if soap and water are not available. Second, practice proper cough etiquette. So, if you have cough, cover mouth and nose using tissue or sleeves or bend of the elbow when coughing or sneezing. Move away from people when coughing. Do not spit. Throw away used tissues properly. Always wash your hands after sneezing or coughing and use alcohol or sanitizer. Third is we have maintain distance of at least 1 meter away from the individual experiencing respiratory symptoms. Next is avoid unprotected contact with farm or wild animals, may it be alive or dead. Animal markets in products that come from animals, such as uncooked meat. Lastly is ensure that your food is well cooked. So that's how we end our informative